Hey coolers, welcome back to another episode of this channel where we constantly update you on every single Barcelona development. In this episode, we are going to be discussing on 4 interesting stories, beginning with Pedri Gonzalez, who have just recently spoken out concerning his fatigue and so on and so forth. We quite remember that Barcelona, sent a request to the Spanish FA requesting them to remove Pedri's name from that roster for the players who are going to the Olympics. Of course, Pedri have played so much and he hardly gets a rest. But Pedri just recently spoke, and what did he have to say? Was he happy for the fact that he will play the Olympics, or he wasn't happy? We are going to be discussing much more on that further. Then secondly, we are going to be discussing on Ousmane Dembele and his future. Of course, another player whose future at Barca is still very uncertain. Recently, it has been reported that Atletico Madrid are eyeing a move for Dembele. This comes as a surprise to me personally because I never saw this coming. Dembele is currently on injury, and another player that has not lived up to expectations, if you ask me, since his transfer from Borussia Dortmund to Barca. And with the contractual issues he still has with the board, of course, up to now, they want him to sign a contract extension so that they will not lose him for free next summer. But he has not still done that. So we're going to be discussing on this as we move ahead. Also, we are going to be talking about another recent transfer rumor, as Barcelona have started showing interest in this Leicester City defender by name Caglar Soyuncu. He's a Turkish international. And Barca are not the only top club to be showing interest in him recently. Man City, Real Madrid have also been putting interest. So we're going to be discussing much more on that. Then on a final note, we are going to be discussing about our female team, the Barcelona Femeni, as Barcelona have appointed a new head coach for them by name Jonatan Giráldez. This guy worked as an assistant under Luis Cortés 2.5 years back. Luis Cortés, the coach who just resigned after taking them to win the treble. So we're going to be discussing much more on this as well. So guys, as we get right into those interesting stories, please do well to watch this video right up to the very end. And very importantly, click on that subscribe button if you haven't, if you are just coming across this channel for the first time. So let's get right into it. After being named in Luis de la Fuente's squad for the Olympic Games in Tokyo, Barcelona's teenage sensation Pedri Gonzalez has been at the center of attention ever since he donned the Blaugrana colors at the beginning of last season. Since then, it seems as though no manager can ever get enough of the little Canarian's contributions, with his immaculate technical talent, impeccable attitude, and incredible professionalism and work rate. He has been involved in everything, for Barcelona and now for his national team as well. Pedri has been so involved that there have been concerns brewing at Barcelona now regarding overexertion and fatigue. Him playing so much at just 18 years of age has its own pros, but it is also worrying, so much so that there were reports stating that Pedri be excluded from the Olympic squad, but the supposed requests were to no avail. Speaking to El Pais, Pedri took it upon himself to clarify that there is no need to worry and that he is enjoying his time on the pitch to the fullest. I'm not tired of playing so many minutes and games. I love to play football like any other. The Olympic Games are a dream for everyone. The more games I play, the better, said the young midfielder. So he's very clear he wants to play at the Olympics. I used to do athletics when I was a kid. It has helped me to improve my stamina a lot. I was never the fastest on short distances, but I was on the longer distances, he added about his remarkable fitness. On playing for Luis Enrique's Spanish side, he said, "The football we play with the national team is somewhat similar to that of Barcelona in the sense of having the ball and expressing ourselves. It's the football that I have watched since I was little and a style that I like." Moving on to the next story of discussion, according to a report by Spanish outlet El Go Digital, Ousmane Dembele's list of admirers has seen one prospective suitor drop out with another emerging in his pursuit in this summer transfer window. Atletico Madrid are considering a shock swoop for the Frenchman, who is valued at 50 million euros by Barca. Ousmane Dembele's stint at Barcelona has always been the classic case of what could have been. Widely rated as one of the best young players in the game when he arrived at the Camp Nou from Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2017, the 23-year-old has not progressed as envisioned due to a spate of injuries which have restricted his game time to a great extent. To date, the French forward has made 118 appearances for Barcelona, racking in a tally of 30 goals and 21 assists to show for his effort. However, Dembele continues to be rated highly, at the Camp Nou, with Barcelona eager to tie him down a new contract. as you know his current deal expires in a year's time. So such an uncertain situation around his future has piqued the interest of Atletico Madrid. Dembele had previously been courted by Manchester United, who had been in the market for a right-sided winger. However, with the Red Devils reaching an agreement to sign Jadon Sancho, the Barcelona forward is no longer the subject of interest at Old Trafford, with Atletico Madrid now emerging in his pursuit. Atletico Madrid have been linked with a fair few Barcelona players this summer, with the latest being Sergio Roberto. As for Dembele, a move makes sense considering João Felix endured a poor 2021 campaign, while Angel Correa has been linked with a potential summer exit from Wanda Metropolitano. To that end, Dembele is a viable target for the Colchoneros, and he could even be deployed at the right wing back at times, going by the success of Yannick Carrasco in that position. Dembele had, reprised the same role at Barcelona this past season as well, suggesting he could be a versatile option for Atletico Madrid boss Diego Simeone. Dembele, though, will not come cheap, with Barcelona slapping a €50 million price tag on the French forward. Now, what now remains to be seen is if Atletico Madrid make a serious move for the 23-year-old by launching the offensive for him, and if they are prepared to meet the €50 million valuation imposed by Barca. Moving on to the next story of this episode, Barcelona are among some other top European clubs including Man City, Real Madrid, who are all reportedly interested in Leicester City centre-back Caglar Soyuncu during this summer transfer window. The 25-year-old has impressed for the Foxes since arriving from Freiburg in 2018, making 82 appearances in all competitions, including 32 outings during the 2020-21 campaign. Soyuncu only has 2 years left on his contract, at the King Power Stadium, though, according to reports, there is significant interest in his services this summer. The report claims that Man City, Real Madrid and Barcelona are all preparing to battle for the £50 million rated centre-back ahead of next season. However, it is alleged that the Turkey international favors a move to the Etihad Stadium due to his close relationship with Ilkay Gundogan. Soyuncu has scored twice in 63 Premier League appearances for the FA Cup holders. And on to the final story of discussion, Barcelona have confirmed today that Jonatan Giráldez has been appointed as a new coach of Barcelona Femeni on a contract that runs until the end of June 2022. Giráldez has been working as an assistant to former boss Luis Cortés for the last 2.5 years and now steps up to take over the role. Here's what he had to say about his new job. I'm tremendously excited. I'm really looking forward to the job because it's such a nice group that we have, both the staff and the players. To coach here, the mentality has to be to win every game. I have gained a lot of experience in the last 2.5 years. At an elite club, you learn from the best. I have developed and perfected my idea. We have the tools to keep winning. That's our mentality. It's very important to keep this idea developing. We have a nice challenge, which is to win again, and that's the intention. Former boss Luis Cortés stepped down after leading Barcelona Femeni to an historic treble, saying he no longer had the energy required to continue in that role. Giráldez will now be charged with trying to continue the phenomenal success the women's team has enjoyed over recent seasons. So guys, with that we come to an end of this interesting episode. Thanks so much for watching and hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't clicked on that subscribe button below, please endeavor to do so you don't miss out on any latest on Barca here on Viva Barca. Until next time, Visca El Barca!